morning guys, and welcome to the video, coming at you with another episode of the gaining series. So 6:30 this morning, just weighed myself, weighing in the mid 108s, so kilos, not pounds. So we're getting up there, starting to feel it too. Things like putting my seatbelt on has become a major chore. Not gonna lie, sometimes I'm just like, screw it, I'll run the risk of death or the fine instead of the discomfort of trying to fight to get my seatbelt on. Damn it, like it's crazy to think how uncomfortable it must be to actually be big. Like I don't consider myself anywhere close to like the actual truly big scale, so being like those 300-pound dudes, that must be something. Anyway, so I'm in my underwear, standing on my balcony, because we're gonna hit you with a physique update. I actually haven't assessed my physique for a minute, so this should be interesting to see how we look. Let's go. We've got the meal one breakfast going down. As you would have seen in the last clip, we have 3 whole eggs, 100 grams of cooked chicken titty, and 4 slices of grain bread. And then I have my health subs and my health drink. If you're wondering about what subs I'm taking and the health drink and whatnot, check out my supplement video, which was posted a couple of episodes back. So breakfast is different to what you would have seen in the previous clips, where I was just doing the egg whites and oatmeal. Basically just appetite started reducing quite significantly, so I changed up some of the macro profile and the food sources just to make getting in the calories a little bit easier. And I'm actually going to talk about other tips that we can use during bulking when appetite just starts to come down and the hunger isn't really there. So I'm going to delete this meal, no anime for the breakfast today. It's a nice day, so I'm just going to sit on the balcony and get in the feels over this breakfast. So after this, I'm gonna shower up and then I'll get straight onto my client work, but I'll catch you in the next clip for meal 2. Guys, you saw the meal situation there. 350 grams of cooked white rice, 200 grams of pulled beef, some low sugar barbecue sauce, and a sparkling low sugar lime drink. Now, a few of you have been saying things like, dude, how do you not get sick of rice? Of course I freaking get sick of rice. Like, do you think that I enjoy eating rice 3 times a day, days on end? I don't, but that's not the point. If you're truly trying to reach an exceptional level, your mind is going to have to be strong as well as your body. Now, if you are always taking the easy route when it comes to your diet, you are just never going to develop the mental capacity, the mental resiliency that's going to allow you to push through when things really get tough. And those who can push through when things fucking suck and when things are really, really hard, they're the ones who reach the top. If you haven't got those skills, just forget about it. So, as I touched on in the earlier clips, some of you have been asking me what sort of strategies can we use during bulking phases when we're just struggling to get the calories in, when our sort of appetite has tapped out. So I thought it would be worthwhile to share some of my top tips for hard gainers. The guys who just really do struggle to get in the required food to grow. The guys I'm talking about who have like been skinny for most of their life, and anything sort of above 3,000 calories sort of becomes a challenge. Or you could say for other people, those who carry really large amounts of muscle mass, and to go beyond that is going to require really crazy amounts of food, and then perhaps they could apply some of these strategies as well. So my first tip is to use energy dense carbohydrate sources that contain a lot of calories per unit of food volume. So great examples of energy dense carbohydrate sources are cereal, low fat cereal, cereal bars, granola, jams, honey, muffins, sushi rice. They're very, very energy dense. So for the food weight, they contain a lot of calories. You're going to also want to limit carbohydrates like oatmeal, baked potato, because these are not very energy dense sources of carbohydrates, and these are going to fill you up very quickly. Tip 2 is to use liquid calories. So there's a lot of research that shows consuming a certain number of calories in liquid form is, should have enough, is less satiating than consuming that same number of calories in a solid form. So if you're struggling to get in the required calories to grow, use more liquids. For clients that are struggling with hunger, I'll regularly incorporate more protein shakes in place of meats, and even work in fruit juice to replace some of the solid carbohydrates. That can be really effective as well. Tip 3 is to bump up your fats. We know that carbs are going to help our muscle gain efforts more than fats. But if you can't get in the number of calories to grow, then it's not going to matter where your calories are coming from. So in this case, if you are sort of not being able to stomach the amount of calories to create the required energy surplus, it can be smart to swap some of your carbohydrates for fats, because fats are the most energy dense nutrient, which means they're the easiest macronutrient to consume, because for a given number of calories of any of the other macronutrients, they carry the least food weight. Practical examples of this strategy might be adding olive oil to your cooking, adding nut butter to your meals, which is something I've been doing recently, or going for fattier cuts of meat like salmon or beef instead of your lean cuts like fish or chicken. This is going to be a very easy way to bump up your overall calorie intake without a drastic change in food volume, and in fact it can actually reduce your overall food volume that you need to consume. Tip 4, and my final tip, is to eat early and eat frequently. If you're not having your first meal until 11 a.m, you're going to be already fighting an uphill battle to get in the calories that you're going to need to grow. Additionally, if you're only eating a couple of times a day, it's going to be very, very hard to create a calorie surplus unless these meals are fucking enormous,
or if they're basically junk food meals. So having 4 to 6 feeding occasions each day just makes it much easier to get in calories, especially if a few of these occasions are liquid meals, you're not going to have much trouble at all. I hope these tips help, guys. Happy gaining. That wonderful preparation you just saw has delivered us the pre-workout bowl of goodness. So in there we've got 80 grams of the bulk powdered oats, 60 grams of the protein matrix, which is the goat protein for making protes, 25 grams of natty peanut butter, some cinnamon, and then that is it. Now we've got a special guest appearance today because it is high day. So a couple of days a week on my target muscle groups, I'll add a pre-workout muffin or a cookie. So we've got the red velvet cookie today. What flavor is red velvet? Does velvet even have a flavor, particularly velvet of the red variety? Who knows? But let's do some erotic. Let's put some sexy music on as we open this boy. This is the pre-workout situation. A whole lot of carbs, a fair bit of fats as well, but that's okay for high day. So we're gonna get this down and then we'll get into our pre-workout routine and then we're heading for the gym. Alrighty, pre-workout drink is ready. EAA is on deck as well. So I have finished the hyperbolic time chamber program, made it out alive, came out stronger, which was the goal, but the job is not done. So I was inspired after watching the final arc of the anime Hunter x Hunter, watching Gon's transformation. So I've titled my next program, The Unbelievable Growth of Gon. For those who have watched the show, they'll know what I mean. For those who don't, we'll put a clip showing Gon's transformation on the screen now.
十数年、何十年、絶え間ない修行を経て、ようやくたどり着くはずの姿。どれほどの代償を払えば、これだけのオーラを。
So, the hyperbolic time chamber program was a complete success, and it's probably a program that I'll recycle later in the future. But to provide a novel stimulus to encourage further adaptation, I've changed a few of the training variables for this next program, notably making it a higher frequency program. So with the hyperbolic time chamber program, most muscle groups were hit once per week. With this program, I'm hitting my target upper body muscle groups multiple times per week. So it's distributing the volume a little bit differently. It's my first week on the program. You're going to see a push workout today. I'll do my best to do a bit of a talk through along the way, but let's get it on. Oh! Fuck!
here on machine presses. Gonna hit our 12 as usual, and then to spice things up, we're gonna strip some weight, go to failure, strip some weight, go to failure again, and just smoke it and finish. I was hitting the first set of 3-7 on cable flies. So my last program was all about using the 3-7 method. Even though in my new program, I do like incorporating some of those sets as intensifiers. So they've been sprinkled throughout my new program. I think they can be overdone. So we're just going with 2 rounds for this workout. Alright, last set here for close grip bench. Gonna hit our 12 again, like I've been doing, but then as soon as I hit my 12, gonna jump straight into close grip push-ups and rep out the failure. Set of the day here, just finishing a bit of delts. So gonna hit 15 reps again with the partial laterals, then we're gonna rest 15 seconds and we're just gonna smoke it and unleash to as many reps as possible with failure to finish off. Alrighty, workout was a wrap. Liking the new push-pull sort of combo workouts with a number of muscle groups in them. Sort of keeps the workout a little bit more exciting compared to just smashing sort of one muscle group for like 5 or 6 exercises straight. So, liking the Gone training program so far. Let me know if you guys want me to make that program like available to buy. I know everyone was a big fan of the hyperbolic, so perhaps you guys are ready for a new program too. So let me know in the comments below. So post-workout meal situation here, nothing too exciting. We got 350 grams of rice. I'm not gonna have enough rice here. Let's see how much we got. 212. Never go unprepared. So we got an emergency rice here. So we've got 300 cooked rice here. And then 2 emergency rice cakes. To the total that we need. Then we've got 300 grams cooked chicken, lemon pepper basting, 200 on the dot, a little bit of our trusty BB, 2 grams of salt, just a little pickled ginger. You know the drill. So that's the post-workout meal for today. Nothing crazy, but that's going to give a wrap for Gordo's footage, but hang around. I'll show you my other meals and what I get up to the rest of the month. Alrighty guys, it was very uneventful
on the filming front tonight. I apologize for that, but honestly, you didn't miss anything. I just had a family dinner, like extended family, and I just decided not to film because it kind of would have been weird. But for dinner, I just took my own meal, had 200 grams of chicken, 350 grams of rice, pretty standard and basic. Just got home from the dinner now, and getting in my 6th and final meal of the evening. So we have 500 grams of cottage cheese there, 1 chopped banana, and 30 grams of almond butter with some cinnamon and a little bit of sugar-free maple syrup. That's going to be a wrap for the video. Another episode of the gaining series. I hope you guys enjoyed it. As always, if you did like the video, if you could throw a thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't already, and any Instagram stories sharing. That helps me massively, and I appreciate it more than you know. So see you guys in the next video.